Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Bloom Outdoors. So first thing I'm really going to do is just apologize for the wind noise because I know it's windy out here. I need to get a better camera with a mic, wind protector, all that kind of stuff. As of right now, I don't have that. So support the channel, help me make some money off this, and I can buy a better camera so we don't have any wind noise. So anyways, let's just get right into today's video. So pretty much what I want to go over is why the truck hasn't been on the channel in like almost 2 months. Simple reason for that, I've been driving that truck for the last like 2 months, haven't even pulled this thing out. As you can tell just from looking at the truck, there is a big noticeable change if you guys were familiar with what the truck looked like before. I guess first thing we'll start with, this is an STX. So if you know anything about the STX, then you know we've got pretty much like black plastic, kind of like this. This isn't a factory mirror. We had black plastic like that, but almost crappier, kind of like this right here, or like this crappy stuff all over the truck. It's still in a lot of spots, but one place we did have it was the door handles. We had it on side door handles and also the rear like tailgate handle. I'll show you guys that in a minute here. Show you guys the side handles here first. So I guess first thing you can kind of note when you look at them, it looks like I did chip the paint a little bit right there, right there. That's not too big of a deal. You can kind of see the line right here for where I had the door taped up. Just ignore that. Have to grab some of that little paint filler stuff and fill in some of those spots. But anyways, here is what the door handles look like. Long story short for you guys, took the truck to this guy to get the door handles painted. I dropped the truck off with him. He was supposed to take off the door handles and tailgate handle, all that, paint everything, put it all back together. It was supposed to be done in like 4 days. And I bought some fender flares as well. He was supposed to be painting those. Long story short, took a lot longer than 4 days. He had my truck about a month, never finished it. Went over there, didn't pay him, grabbed all my stuff, kind of said screw you. Took it to a different guy. This time I was a little more sketched out, I guess, about leaving my truck with him, because I don't know, I just didn't like that aspect. So I went ahead, brought it back here, parked it in the shed, took off all the door handles myself, took off the tailgate handle myself, grabbed the flares, put them in that truck, drove it over to him. He painted everything in like a week and a half. He said, the guy that did it before, terrible mistake and disaster. Everything's painted now. He did say this paint color is very hard to match because of all the sparkles in it. You really can't see at the angle I was just standing at, but like when you go down like this, you guys can just see all of those sparkles and like the pearl or whatever in that paint. It just really pops. You can see it like this. You can kind of see it like this, but not as much. It's more when the sun is right on it. You can see it kind of on the fender there and stuff. As I go around this way, you can really see that paint pop when the sun hits it just right. And so anyways, he said he bought best of the best paint, had a shop, a local shop, mixed the paint. He sprayed it on, went over, got it back from him, and I installed everything myself, or reinstalled it, or whatever. I don't know if these marks then are actually for me, for the first guy that took it off and put it back on. Probably gonna have to get a little bit of paint filler and just kind of plug those dots. When you really look close at these things, you can kind of see there are a couple imperfections. And you kind of look right at them here, you can see there's kind of a little mark there. Kind of the same thing on all of them, they're just little marks here and there. He said something about the material on the back of the handle here just didn't lay very well. You can also see this is kind of messed up right up top. He said that was from the original guy that painted it, and he said something about like the plastic on it was messed up. I don't know, there's reasons behind all this, but I really couldn't tell you the exact reason. I'm not a painter, so I tried to take it to somebody. Got messed up, took it to another guy, he did it. I ended up having to pay the second guy even more than what I would have had to if I would have just took it to him from the start, because he had to pretty much resand everything and redo the entire thing and even then it still isn't perfect. But like from right here, I think it looks super good, looks super sick, makes it look like that Lariat look, you know, or those higher trim models, higher up than the STX, because I'm pretty sure every STX you get comes with that black plastic for the door handles. I will leave some pictures right here of what it looked like before. I can show you guys here now what it looks like. It looks super sick and slick, looks good. So that's what they look like. And like I mentioned, flares as well. I did have him paint flares, so those are sitting inside. It's like 40 degrees out right now, pretty cold and windy. I'm not going to install those till it's a little bit warmer out, because I want it to be warmer out. I don't want that paint to chip or crack or whatever, because those flares are all light and plasticky, and yeah, I don't know. I got my reasoning, but I will get those on sometime soon once it warms up a little bit. It is just like a hair off. He told me it was like one shade off, but overall you can just barely tell. It is look kind of off, but that's just because of the curves and everything. This door is flat, and then once you come up, curve around, go out, hit all these curves and these weird ins and outs and stuff, then yes, the handles are gonna look like a different color, but they aren't. They're literally the exact same thing. Like I said, there may be one shade off, just barely, but like from right here, you can't even tell. If I didn't tell you, you guys would think this is factory, because you look at this just looks super slick in my opinion. Makes it look way better overall, looks like a higher trim. I think it looks way better now that we got this higher trim going on here. Might need to switch out these badges, get an old platinum badge or something, slap on there. So that's what this side looks like. Go ahead, show you guys the back here. Not quite sure how well it's going to turn out, because we've got the sun not in our favor the way I'm parked here. It might look a little off, but like I was saying, it's just because the way the angles and everything are. Like this comes out, this pushes out a little further, and then you get some weird curves and I don't know, weird curves and stuff going on. But it is the correct color. It does match perfectly. Yeah, see, that doesn't even show up because the way I'm trying to show you with the light. And like I was saying, there is like a little bit of just imperfection, kind of, I don't know, there's like a little dot right there. That's almost in the paint though, because the clear is flat over the top. There's a little bit of like dots in the clear right here. I am no painter, so I'm not gonna complain too much, I guess, but I think it looks pretty good in my own personal opinion. I was looking at some pictures online, and what I really found was, I think every model I found, I think it was the Lariat Sport Edition that comes with the honeycomb grille like the STX trucks do. All the trucks that I found that had some kind of painted tailgate handle here, then this piece, this outer piece, whatever you want to call that, that was that black plastic, just like this up here, but it was this actual handle part that was painted. And so I kind of wanted to switch it up a little, I guess, but like I said, the only one truck I think that I could find where this was all painted was the Lariat. I think it's called like a Sport Edition package or something. That's where you get the honeycomb grille on the front, and you get like those black stripes that come down the side here and run back. I think that's what that's called. If you look at an XLT truck, I'm pretty sure this was just the black plastic and this was painted. Otherwise, if you get like the chrome packages, then this could be black and this could be chrome, or this could be painted and this could be chrome. It really just depends. Like, I know somebody that has a platinum truck. I looked at theirs, and actually, so their truck was black, so you know the whole tailgate was black here, and this piece was black, so this was painted, but then this was chrome. So again, even when you get to the higher up models, this might be painted, but then you get this is chrome. I've only seen one other model where this whole piece is painted, and I don't know, I just really like that look. I think it kind of sets it off. It just looks better. You don't think of it as an STX because you get more things that are painted on the truck, and you get less of that kind of crappy, cheap plastic stuff that the truck came with. That's what door handles look like. I think they look super good. Like I said, flares will be coming on soon once it warms up a little bit, but I just wanted to show you guys what the handles look like. I think they look pretty good. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about it. I think it looks pretty good. I guess I can show you here how you kind of take them out. So if you are going to do this yourself, if you're going to paint it yourself or have someone else paint it, to get these door handles off, then you have to take off this piece. You've got a bolt here and here. Take off this piece down here. You got a bolt here and here. So two bolts. And then down up under here, you've got a bolt there and a bolt there. Take that off. Then you have to get some kind of little pry tool back in here. Pry this door panel off. It's just some clips and tabs and everything. So there's 6 bolts, and then you got to pry this back, and then you have your latch for the door handle on the inside, and then I think like a latch or like a button connector for window switch there. But then you just lift it up over the top of here. Your door panel's off. You have to take off this little hole piece here. If I can get it, there we go. So you've got, I think that's a 10mm right there. That's a bolt. That is one of the bolts that holds the side of the door handle in here. And then you've got kind of an opening right here behind the door panel. You have to reach up in there, and there's 2 bolts. I want to say they're like 8mm, but I really don't remember. You take those off, and then your door handle pops off. You've got like a hole here, a hole here. So you got 2 holes here because this side slides in first. There's like a little latch on the front of it, so you slide that side in first and push it on, and then when you're taking it off, you pull back on this side first, and then you slide it out like that, and then you just have to undo the latch in here to get the door handle off. So it's not a super difficult process. It just takes a little bit of time because you do have to take a lot of bolts off, work your way through a lot of steps. So it's not really hard. It just takes a long time to do, but then you get that off. And then I just put some tape over it. You can still kind of see some tape residue on the door here, right up in there. But, oh well, just needs to get washed. But anyways, then you get that off, paint it, same thing to put it back on. So that's what that side looks like. And then it's gonna be the same thing on this side. It is gonna look a little bit weird or off, but that's just because of, like I said, the way everything is shaped and angled and all that. Paint is the same color. You can kind of see those imperfections I was talking about, like right up here. One other little complaint I did have with it, it doesn't bother me too much, but like right here, it looks pretty good. But then it's once you go to open it, you can kind of see he missed a spot when painting. Not a huge deal to me. I don't really care too much. Not a big picky person. It is a little annoying just to see it like that, but when it's closed like this, nobody's gonna know. And like I said, if I never told you, I've already showed this to a bunch of people and they said they didn't even know the difference. Like, they thought the truck came like this from factory. So that's just how good it looks like. Like I said, if I never would have told you, you guys probably wouldn't even ever notice. I'm sure somebody out there would have noticed. So that's just a quick little update for you guys where the truck has been the last like 2 months. I haven't really had any content or anything since it's kind of been undrivable because it's just been sitting in here with no door handles on it, and I didn't want to drive it like that. It is possible to drive it, but it's not very comfortable because you don't have a door panel on and you have no door handles, so wind just goes right into the door. I think that's about it for the video. Oh, I should mention the price was, I think it was 550 bucks. And like I said, I did all the uninstalling and I took it to this guy. He did it for me. Keep in mind, I guess, if you are going to take it apart yourself and take it to somebody, it's probably going to be less expensive than this, but it's just the fact that I had somebody attempt to do it before, messed it up, and this guy had to completely redo it. It probably would have charged me, or probably would have cost me about $400 if this second guy wouldn't have had to redo everything. Also, he did my flares. So I guess if you're just doing door handles, I would say maybe 200. I don't know. And then the flares, another 200. But just the fact that he had to go ahead, redo everything, I would say it's another 150 just in like labor for him having to redo everything. I think that's about it for the video. I really don't know what else to say. If you guys have any other questions or anything about this, then drop a comment down below and let me know. Other than that, thanks for watching another video of Bloom Outdoors. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.